welcome to Make Up Your Mind with Natasha LaFay. Thanks so much for watching my channel. Make sure you go below and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you know anytime I upload. Let's get vulnerable. Good morning. This is day 2 of my trip in Phoenix. I did not get to do a lot yesterday. I was feeling horrible, some kind of cold. So I went out to breakfast yesterday. I did walk around a little bit, but then I ended up coming back to my room and medicating and getting some rest. So this morning I woke up at 6 a.m. I'm feeling a lot better, and I am going to drive up to the Grand Canyon. So I am looking forward to that, very excited. I'm really enjoying my time being away. And just spending some time with myself. I am going to try and go to the store. I want to try and get a car mount so I can try and capture some of my drive up to the Grand Canyon. It's about a 3.5-hour drive, so I hope to capture some of it. I am seeing some of the beautiful mountains, so I want to make sure that I have some of that footage for you guys, but also a memory for myself. So you guys will be joining me on day 2, and I will see you guys later. Bye! In the car, I did find a car mount, yay. So I will be taking you guys along for my drive to the Grand Canyon. I have my tea. This tea has really been getting me through the Citrus Defender as I'm fighting off this cold. So yeah, we are going to drive. You will see me having a nice little sing-along. Maybe you guys can guess what I'm singing because it will be on mute. But yes, let's go. I am in a really great mood this morning. Like I said before, was feeling pretty crappy yesterday, but I got some rest and I'm just in a positive mood. I am liking this experience of doing what I want when I want, so this is very good for me. And hopefully this will be inspiring for you guys as well. So let's get going. Another thing, just a brag moment. I think I'm really glowing, like really glowing. I'm really happy. I got stopped a couple of times just by people telling me that I really look nice. So, you know, you get out, you receive what you put out there. So I'm in a very good mood. I'm just really happy to be here, and I just feel like a weight is lifting off of me, and I'm feeling that freedom moment that I've been searching for. So I am glad to have you guys along. Like I said, this is kind of my video diary, so I am just sharing in the moments. And one thing I find is I feel more comfortable recording in my car than I do when people are looking at me. So I will try and capture as much as I can on this trip. So I will see you on the flip side. Alrighty, so I stopped in the visitor center, which was more so gift shop slash food court than visitor center, in my opinion. But I was able to pick up some winter essentials. I got some earmuffs, a scarf, and some gloves because it is pretty cold up here. Right now it is 32 degrees, so I just wanted to make sure I was prepared for when I actually go do the tours and stuff on the Grand Canyon. I am 20 minutes from my destination, so I'm looking forward to getting to the cabin and kind of seeing what everything looks like. I will see you in a bit. Bye. So I've just been told that there is slim to no visibility of the Grand Canyon today, but it should be clear tomorrow. So I'm heading to the resort. Just wanted to capture my drive in, which I'm about 18 minutes away. And hopefully I'll be able to see something today. So wish me luck, but either way, I am going to enjoy myself regardless. I'm already having a great time. I just feel really relaxed, very peaceful, and just in a really good mood. So I am thankful for the opportunity just to be here, more open to taking risks and doing things, even by myself. So whatever happens, whatever God's will is, that is what will go down. So I am just happy to be here, happy to have a break to kind of recharge my battery. So we'll see what we see, and I will kind of bring you along for the journey. Alrighty, here is the room tour. Pretty little cabin. We're gonna pretend like I haven't already been in here and put all my junk inside. Let's turn up some lighting. This is a cute little cabin. Hello, camera. Bathroom facilities. I might consider taking a bath while I'm here and really get some relaxation. It's so cute and tiny, very rustic, but also modern. And let's see if I can see it outside of this window. I'm gonna have to go outside. Outside the window, you can see snow, but you can also see a bit of the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna take you guys out the door. And outside on my little porch, I step outside and this is what I see. Tomorrow it should be less foggy, but I am still going to venture out today and try and get some pictures and see some things. It is really pretty. It's cold, but the snow is beautiful. So that's that. I can turn this around. Hello. Let me see how make sure you guys can see it. Maybe a magic. Oh, look close. There I am. So I made it that 3.5 or so hour drive. I do feel like the altitude is getting to me just a little bit. We're almost 7,000 or 8,000 elevation. I can't remember the last sign that I saw. I have also got from it there. But I'm gonna try and get a little breather for a second and then try and venture out. I need to find some food. The only thing about being on the Grand Canyon is you're stuck with the expensive Grand Canyon options, but you know, it is what it is. I am here to enjoy and relax, so I'll just try and venture out and see what I can find. I will check back in with you guys later. I am really happy to be here. I feel very peaceful and just happy to just be able to have some time alone to think. And I'll sit down and do a little chat with you guys later on. But just wanted to check in and give you an idea of what my living quarters was looking like. I'll see you later. Hi. All right, guys, it is the end of day 2 in Arizona. I got to wander around a little bit the Grand Canyon. It is cold and snowy, and it got dark quicker than I thought that it would. So I went to go grab a bite to eat, and then by the time I got back, the sun had already set. But I did go out and take a couple pictures of the canyon. And I'm looking forward to getting up at sunrise because it's literally a couple steps outside my door. So I'm very excited about that. Wanted to just come and talk about a few things, not my normal makeup setting, but a couple of things that I just have been able to think about while on this trip. One is how peaceful nature is. I always find peace when I'm around mountains and when I'm around water. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity to just get away a little bit, to kind of recharge my battery. Here we go. It's one thing that I want to talk about that I think is important for me to talk about, not only for other people, because I know other people are going through this, but they don't talk about it, but for myself. I think I need to say these words out loud in order for me to know that I am closing a chapter and moving on. Divorce sucks. I don't really know how else to say that. It does, and people I'm finding don't talk about what separation looks like. Don't talk about the feelings, the thoughts, the emotions, the changes that go along with that. And I'm going through all of it. I have shared many times in my other videos as far as me going through transition. And there are a lot of emotions that go along with divorce, separation, that mirrors the grieving process. For me, I knew that I made the right choice in deciding to separate. I knew that it was time for me to be honest with myself. I knew that the situation wasn't healthy for either of us anymore. And I knew that in my heart I was making the right choice. And it took me a long time to find peace with that decision. I This is tough actually. um I'm drawing a blank. I held off on making the decision for a very long time because I felt like some part of me was broken because I couldn't make it work. A part of me was wrong, a part of me was sinful, a part of me was non-Christian because I had made this vow and I was trying to stick it out, but I knew in my heart that I wasn't happy. And it took a lot for me to find peace with that decision. It took a lot for me to be able to find peace with my kids' involvement in that situation, knowing that not only was I making a decision for myself, but also that was greatly going to affect my children. So I did make the decision, and in going through this process of separation, I'm realizing that even though you make a choice, and I know that I'm not the only person out here going through this, even though you make a choice does not make your feelings and emotions null and void. It doesn't mean that you're not hurt by the situation. I did not get married to get a divorce. That wasn't my plan. I don't think anyone plans to get married to get a divorce unless they're a millionaire and you're waiting for them to die or something like that. But no, I didn't. That wasn't my plan. That wasn't my intention when I made that vow. Whatever the circumstances surrounding that, I wanted it to last. And one thing that I'm realizing is that oftentimes we make choices and then ask God to bless it after the fact. And that was this is tough. It's tough. We make choices and then we say, God bless this and make it perfect and help me. And I know that there are circumstances where your will may luckily align with God's will, even though you may have jumped the gun a little bit. But a lot of times, God will let us navigate through things until we can get back on course with what His plan is for our lives. So I feel like the blessings that came out of that situation obviously were my two children, but I feel like I am not the same person that I was when I made that decision. I am not the same woman that I was when I was in my 20s, and I've grown a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm getting to know myself a lot better. I feel like in my 20s, I had no identity. None. Like, I had no idea who I was. I had no idea what I wanted. I wanted a baby because I wanted something and someone to love unconditionally and that will love me back. And that was my focus. And kind of everything else fell into place after that. Um, but I'm not that person anymore. And the main thing, and I know I've been going through the ups and downs, the emotions of this situation, calling my mom in tears. Um, but one thing that stands out to me that she keeps saying is that I have to forgive myself. I know that I've made bad choices in my situation, and I definitely don't blame the other party for the outcome. I think we equally share a role in that. Um, but I have to forgive myself for a lot of things. And the main thing is forgive myself for not upholding the image that people had of me. The relationship that I was in, a lot of people saw as couples goals. And that's hard because when you're outside projecting that everything is great, but you're knowing that it's really not, it's difficult to speak your truth and live in your truth. And I really had to push past wanting to keep up an image, push past wanting people to see me a certain way, and choose to live my life for me. So this has been a journey. It's been a long transition. It's been hard. I've had lots of downs, lots and lots of downs in this situation, lots of tears, lots of grieving of what could have been, what should have been, what vows I made and what's not anymore. Um, the revamping of what my family looks like. But on the other side of that pain, I have found so much peace. So much peace. And there used to be guilt attached to that. I used to say, I feel peace, but I feel bad that my kids don't have both parents. I feel bad that I didn't stick it out. I feel bad that I didn't uphold that image. But now I realize that my life is bigger than an image. And I owe it to my kids for them to be able to see what true happiness looks like. I owe it to them for them to see what a true happy relationship looks like. And things are changing, and my kids are recognizing that things are changing, and my ex has moved on, and that's been an interesting process. And my kids are being able to see different dynamics of who we are as individuals. So I'm happy that they're able to see growth in either of us. Even though there is grief attached, anger attached, lots of emotions in the grieving process attached to the transitions, I'm grateful that we are finding our own journeys. And for me, my journey looks different, but it's mine. So I just wanted to share that, one, to get it off of my chest, but also for anyone else out there who is dealing with divorce, separation, breakup. There is a grieving process that happens. There is a shift that happens for you emotionally. But if you're doing the change for the right reasons and you're seeking God in your decisions and you find peace in the decisions that you've made, you know that you will get through those challenging times. So I'm saying all of this to say that it's been great to be able to take a breath, to be able to wake up in the morning and not have dread or stress. It's been great to be able to say, you know what, I'm happy. Like, really, I am happy. And people around me are noticing that. People around me are noticing the shift in just my mood, my personality, my growth. So I know that weights have been taken off of me and that it's up to me to decide what the next phase of my life looks like. So I'm enjoying this moment being here, having some clarity while I'm away in Arizona. I started looking back at a book that I've been writing for a bit and reading some of the things that I wrote. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a pretty good writer, and really just trying to focus in on things that I'm passionate about and not feeling like I have to get caught up in just the day-to-day life of going to work, coming home, taking care of the kids, etc. I really want to pursue those dreams that I have for myself, especially as we're coming up on 2020, to focus on me and being the best person that I can be and knowing that I'm free to be able to do so. So I challenge you guys, whatever is on your heart, any challenges, any struggles that you're going through, I promise you that there is purpose behind your pain if you use it. If you use it as fuel to push you forward. Um, I'm not saying that the pain will be temporary. I'm not saying that it won't hurt as bad. We all go through our own circumstances and situations, but it won't last forever. So I'm grateful that God has blessed me to be able to see joy in the midst of the pain and the difficulties. And I know that as I continue to move forward, it'll get better and better. So I look forward to showing you guys what I do tomorrow. I am going to relax for the rest of the evening. It's freaking cold out there. So I end up grabbing dinner to go. I just got a soup and a salad because I'm not really hungry. And I'm just going to probably chill. I may take a bath and do some writing on my book while I have some peace and quiet. I'm just kind of in the zone of being introspective, creative, and so just taking advantage of this opportunity. I am planning on booking a tour of the Grand Canyon in the morning. So I'll bring you guys along for that, and I'm hoping, like I said, to get up to catch the sunrise. So I'll be up around 4, just to make sure that I don't miss it. So I will see you guys in the morning. Hopefully you guys were able to get something out of this rambling. I feel like the altitude is making me a little lightheaded and short of breath. But I'm fine and I'm happy and I'm tired, but I'm peaceful. So this is unconventional. This is new for me, just to be able to kind of take the camera along for my journey. But I'm happy to be able to branch out and do something new and let the world, whoever watches this, see who Natasha is, the real Natasha. So this is Natasha LaFay. I'll see you in a bit. Thanks so much again for watching. Again, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell and watch the next recommended video for more content. See you later.